This is how my student is making an extra $200 a day on YouTube with affiliate marketing. Also, if you stay until the end, you will see how another student, Charles, has used my training to make over $50,000 in his first 6 months. That's just 180 days with a slight variation of the business model you're going to learn about today. Okay, so this is the 7th module in a free course I've been uploading to YouTube, and previously we looked at how to structure an affiliate marketing business without a website. I showed you how to find the perfect niche, how to choose the right products and offers that you know will sell. I showed you how to find the right keywords that pull in organic traffic, and I also showed you 6 of the best marketing channels to get more traffic. And today we're going to take a deep dive into making money on YouTube with affiliate marketing. And this really makes sense because YouTube is the world's 2nd largest search engine, and right now it really has no serious competitors, and that means you can tap into a massive ready-made audience and promote affiliate offers for free. Okay, so let's go to the computer and let's get started. Hey, welcome back. So this is the 7th module in the course, and today we're going to focus on affiliate marketing on YouTube so you can get free traffic to your affiliate links. Okay, so to do this properly, you're going to need to understand your target audience. So you need to know their pain points, you need to know what they want to achieve, you need to know the aspirational group that they want to belong to. Once you know what this data is, you will know how to communicate with them more effectively. Now I'm going to show you how to really uncover some of this data very quickly using Amazon. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. You also need to do keyword research. Now, previously we touched upon keyword research, but when it comes to YouTube, we need to approach things in a slightly different way. So I'm going to show you a free tool that you can install in Chrome or Firefox that's going to help you uncover keyword opportunities. And then once we know the keywords that we're going to target, we need to reverse engineer the best performing videos for those keywords. So if we can model what we do on videos that we know absolutely work, then that will increase the chance that we can get a similar kind of result. Also, we need to focus on creating the right type of content. Now, when it comes to driving traffic to affiliate links, I'm going to assume that you're running information product offers. That means the type of content you create really has to be educational content. In addition, I would encourage you to create evergreen content. So that is content and keywords that have consistent traffic levels all year round. We touched upon this previously when we looked at Google Trends to see what kind of interest is happening all year round and from year to year. So I encourage you to go with educational content that is evergreen. And then once we have everything else figured out, we need to have a very strong call to action at the end of our videos. And this will direct people to the description where they can click a link and then hopefully go ahead and purchase the offer that you are promoting. Okay, so let's do some research into what people really have problems with. So at the moment, I'm helping one of my friends set up a new business. She's going to go into the wax melt industry, and let's use that as an example. Okay, so let's go to Amazon, and if we type in your niche or your industry, so let's go wax melts and see what we've got. So if we were promoting wax melts or books on how to create wax melts, what we would want to do is go to all, and then books, search again, and okay. So previously we looked at validating keywords, and we did that through looking at the number of reviews on each product to let us know that there are buyers in this industry. Because listen, anyone can publish on Amazon, anyone can put anything for sale on Amazon, but it doesn't mean that there are buyers. So we need to validate that. So I'm going to assume that you have already done that for your niche. So the next step really is to drill down into the pain points. So this one, the DIY easy step guide to making scented soy and beeswax candles and wax melts at home. So that could be a good information product to drill into. So we look at the ratings. This has got 130 ratings. Let's go down to the review section. So what we really want to focus on here are the things people like about it. We want to know what people dislike. Now, most of the time, if you look for a product that hasn't sold that much, so this one, it's selling, so we know that there's money there, but in comparison to what else is available in the market, this one, while it is selling, it's not selling as well as some of the big brands. So what you might want to do is look for products that have a high number of reviews. For example, if we have a look at this one, so this is one of the big brands in the market. They're selling candles and wax melts. Now, this isn't an information product, but I'm using it as an example because it's got over 1,000 ratings. If we click on that, it's going to give us this section here, reviews that mention. So here, it's going to tell us the main concerns of this market. So people are interested in value for money. They're concerned about it being well packaged. They want fast delivery. They're interested in clean cotton. That's a scent. Fluffy towels, another scent. And also, if we go up here, this is a really interesting part of Amazon because it's customer questions and answers. So here are the main concerns that people have about this product. And if we click see more answered questions, it's going to take us to even more, and we can drill down, see more questions there. We can drill down even further, see all 6 questions. So there we have a couple of pages at least of concerns and questions that people are asking. So this could be a starting point for your keyword research. So it might point you in the right direction. Also, if we go down here to the customer reviews, we have these star ratings, obviously. Now, in my experience, if you go 1 star, what you're going to get are mostly tire kickers. And they are people who are just unhappy with everything. So it could be the best product in the world, but they're going to find fault with it for some reason. If you have a look at those reviews, generally they're not genuine. They're just kind of gripes, and they don't really give you anything of value that you can actually take and use. By all means, explore the 1-star reviews, but you're going to get much more accurate data from 2-star and 3-star and 4-star reviews. So if we click 2-star, you're going to get more genuine concerns. So for example, the scent was weak, didn't last long. So that's a concern for this market. So take the time to go through these, find the patterns of what people are really concerned about, what they don't like, just as much as you go through the 3 and 4-star, 5-star reviews and find out what people really do like. So make a list of the potential concerns and the hopes that people have for your products, and use that as starting points to create content. So let's go to YouTube. There's a free piece of software that I encourage you to get. I'm going to put a link in the description to it. Go ahead, install that. It's called TubeBuddy. Let me show you the website. this is one of the most powerful tools that we can use for YouTube. I use it myself. Most of the people who are successful on YouTube tend to use this tool. They attribute their success to this tool. So I definitely encourage you to check it out. Now let's have a look at the pricing, because I said it's free, and it absolutely is free to use. There's a limited version. They have these premium options as well. You don't really need to do it unless you're a heavy user. You're probably going to get away with using the free version if you want. Now, the one that I have is, I think it's the Legend one. I'm not entirely sure, but I am quite a heavy user. But there is a free version available as well. And if we go down, you can see, if you click expand all, you'll see the differences between the free and the pro version. So really here you have, a lot of this stuff that you can't do with the free version, you can actually do in YouTube itself anyway. And for the other stuff, okay, it's limited, but I think it's a fairly good deal considering it's free. So just go ahead, get that, then only upgrade if you think it's worth your time. I don't think you need to unless you are absolutely deadly serious about monetizing an audience on YouTube. It installs as a Chrome browser. Let me show you that. So here we have Chrome, and I've got TubeBuddy running here. I'll show you how to use it properly in a second, because let's say we're still going with wax melts. So I put that in as my my focus keyword, and here we have keyword score. It tells me the approximate search volume. So there's over 1.43 million searches per month for this key phrase. The competition level is pretty poor, so there's an opportunity here. And then the overall score unweighted to rank for this key phrase is pretty poor. Now, I'll show you how to move these dials a little bit better in a second, because there's a very specific strategy to this. But also underneath here we have related searches. So it's going to tell us what other people are searching for. It's going to tell us the most used tags. Not only that, if we click on any one of these videos, let's go with this one. Oops. Okay, I'll just pause that. Here it's giving us a whole heap of information about these videos. So we can see that this channel has had over 8 million views, almost 60,000 subscribers, and there's 800 videos there. We can see that there's an SEO score, social ranking, loads of stuff, but it tells us the exact tags that each video is using, and we can copy this to the clipboard, or we can copy it to a tag list. You can see that I'm using a tag list for website traffic there, and we've got this really handy button up here. If you click on that, it's going to open up some of the tools for you. So your version might look a little bit different, because I am paying for the top package on there, which is turns out it's Legend. Okay, so what I recommend you do is go to Keyword Explorer. So click on Launch Keyword Explorer and type in your focus keyword here. So if we're going with wax melts, if I can even spell the thing. Okay, wax melts explore. So it's going to give us a weighted score here. So this is unique to my channel. So you're going to have different results depending on the nature of your channel. So if you want to see unweighted, click there. It's going to change the dial slightly. Okay, so we've got results, historical, and map. So if we click on map, we should be able to see where people around the globe are searching for this key phrase. And here we can see that most of the people searching for this key phrase are in the UK. If we have a look at historical, we can see interest over time, so we know that there is consistent interest. If we have a look at results, it's going to show us the top channel for that key phrase. It's going to show us the search results, and there you can see the number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. Go down, and what I would do is have a look at these search results. Have a look at other words around your main focus keyword. Have a look at other words, around that. So wax melts at home, that could be one to go with. So you can make a list of these additional keywords. Also, go back to summary. Have a look at video searches. You can have a look at web searches as well, and video topics. So we might want to drill down into how to wax melts work. So if we click that, it's running a little bit slow. It might be my internet connection today. Okay. So it's give us an overall score of good. Really, we want to be in the green here, so we want to make it good or excellent. The search volume is good. The competition level is fair. So what we want to see is a high search volume and low competition. The optimization strength is important because this shows us how well optimized videos in the ranking are for this particular key phrase. And then it shows us the number of videos in the search results. So the lower number of videos, the easier it should be theoretically for us to achieve a ranking for that key phrase. So notice that we're going with long tail key phrases here. So short tail are going to be very difficult, but we do need to include them in our content as well, because over time, as your authority increases, the chance of ranking for short tail keywords like wax melts increases. So if we go back to explore, what I want you to do is go through related, have a look at common video tags as well, because people are searching for these as well. So maybe wax melts from old candles, that could be a good one to go with. So what we want to do is have a look at unweighted for the moment, because my channel is not relevant to this niche, but yours might be. And it tells us that search volume is poor, competition is high. So we wouldn't want to go for that. Instead, we would go back to the main focus keyword. Let's go with wax melts with mica powder. I'm not even sure what that is. So for me at the moment, I'm not getting anywhere with this. So if we drill down here into common video tags, handmade wax melts, we might be able to get a good opportunity. Okay, so now we've moved the overall score to very good. Ideally, we want to hit excellent, and the search volume is pretty low. So really do spend a bit of time exploring this. Make sure that you give it more time than I'm spending on this. Okay, here we go. So making wax melts for beginners. Now, according to, if I created a video about this, according to TubeBuddy, I've got a pretty high chance of ranking for that type of video. The search volume is pretty good. However, the competition weight is a bit too high. Ideally, I want to see that pushed down a bit further. The optimization strength is high, so I'm going to have to really optimize my content. I'm going to have to try add backlinks and do off-site SEO to really boost it up as well. The number of videos in the search results is pretty high in comparison to other video search phrases in that niche. But I've just seen this related, making wax melts for beginners UK. That could be good because we're getting even more narrower. Anyway, the search volume is low, so that might not be a good one to approach. Now, it is all about balance, because if you can get a really good opportunity to rank for a search phrase where there's not that much competition, not that much search volume, but you can almost guarantee that you're going to come within the top few results, like this one. So number of search results, 400, just under 500,000. My chances are pretty good, even if the search volume is lower. So it would make more sense to capitalize on that smaller amount of search traffic than try and compete with a more difficult key phrase, because with this one, we're kind of guaranteed that we're going to get some decent results from it. Okay, so once we have an idea of what type of content we're going to create, how do we actually structure that content? How do we do this in a way that leads them, our audience, to the logical conclusion that they need to invest in themselves in order to get more results? So we create content that helps them to solve part of their problem. So you can take two approaches to this. So you can focus on giving them part of the solution, or you can give them the entire solution and then move on to another problem, which I'll speak about more in a second. So you also need to map out the steps they need to take in the order they need to take them to arrive at success. I'll show you the map in a second. You also have to tease a greater solution. So if you're focusing on helping them to solve part of the problem, then you would tease that there is something else that they're not aware of, something else that's going to help them to get better results faster than what you've just given them. So you help them. You absolutely have this formula of value plus offer. I mean, that's the formula, right? Value plus offer equals profit. But in doing so, you do actually deliver value, so you really do help them. And for some people, that's going to be enough. That's fine. But you want to engage the people who are actually really, really into it, who are serious about solving their problem. So you want to appeal to those people because they are the people that will spend money on the offer. So let's go back to the other slides. So we spoke about teasing a greater solution. That is if you're focusing on helping them to solve part of the problem. Now, if you want to help them solve their entire problem, you can do that as well, but there always has to be this offer. That formula works, value plus offer. So if you're going down that avenue, make sure that you do absolutely solve their entire problem, but you have an offer that solves the problem that their success creates. Now, I need to explain this a little bit because I know it's a strange concept, but it's one that absolutely works. So, when they achieve success and they have solved their problem, what happens next in their journey is they are going to face another problem. So that success creates another issue. Now, Frank Kern put it in a really, really easy to understand way. He says if you're selling like the fish catcher 2000, it's going to help you to catch 1 million fish. Once you've caught all those fish, where are you going to store them? So now you need the fish storer 2000. So that's how you can structure that type of content. So what I'm going to do now is show you a map that absolutely works. So if you can get a pen and paper, I encourage you to follow along. So what you need to do is draw a line on your sheet of paper. At one end we have a problem, and at the other end we have a solution. So your audience wants to go from having this problem to arriving at the solution. So in order to do that, the best way that you can help them do that is to think about the steps involved that will take them on that journey. So we think about step 1, step 2, and step 3. So we just think about the big pillars, the big steps that they need to take in order to arrive at the solution. And then we drill down into each one of these steps. So we go further. So let's think about step 1. We think about the obstacles and the objections and the hurdles that prevent them from moving to step 2. So we make a list. So the obstacles could be that it's too expensive or it's too time consuming, that they're not able to do it. So you address the obstacles that prevents them from moving forward. And then in step 2, you think about the obstacles that prevent them from moving to step 3. So it could be that it's too technical, or there's too much competition, or whatever it might be that's relevant to your niche. And then at step 3, we think about additional obstacles. So it could be mindset or fear of failure. Now, the great thing about this map is that not only can it apply to individual videos or blog posts or any type of content, so you can absolutely use this structure to create whatever you like, but it can also work for channels. So you can base a channel entirely based around these 3 big steps. So all your content can focus on all of these or just one of these. Not only that, you can zoom out even further and you can structure campaigns or entire businesses around this structure as well. So if we have a look at how Apple does it, you will see that they employ this type of structure across their products because each one leads into the other. They're all interconnected. And when you structure your content or your business or your channel in this way, you're giving people a reason to follow you. You're giving them a reason to return because they're getting what they need. Okay, so let's move on to getting videos made. So I'm going to assume that you might not want to step in front of a camera. And if you don't want to do that, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to do it. Because if we head over to Fiverr.com, there's lots of alternatives out there. I'm using Fiverr because it's probably the widest known. It's the easiest to use. So if we go to this search bar, find services, if we type in something like explainer, if I can spell it right, my spelling is so bad at the moment. Okay, it's not enough coffee, or maybe too much. So explainer video, click search. We're going to get back people who can create these really nice little explainer videos. They're animated, so they are engaging and they deliver value to an audience. So that's a fantastic approach. Now, however, if you're churning out 1 video a week or 3 videos a week, another point, which I forgot to mention, is when it comes to YouTube, you have to be consistent. Just like any other social media, consistency is important. We'll talk about more about consistency later on. But the point is, you can get these little explainer videos made. And okay, if you're spending $50 per video, then your costs are gonna, they can easily spiral out of control. Because if you're doing like 3 videos a week, then that's $150 a week, $600 a month just on explainer videos. And that's a lot to risk when you're not really guaranteed any kind of return on that investment immediately. So what I'm going to do is show you how to get them done cheaper, still using Fiverr. Because look, we've got one there for 45, one for 15, one for 10, one for 185, one for 300. If you're not clued up about this, you can easily spend a lot of money. I mean, $800, over $1,000 for that one. So really, let's get it done quickly and cheaply. And then, once you're getting a good return on your investment, you can increase the quality later on. Another point is when it comes to quality, people really don't care that much about the visual quality. they really care about the audio. So if you're going to spend money on let's say a camera or versus a microphone, go with a microphone. You know, you can shoot video on a mobile phone. That's going to be fine, but you probably wouldn't want to record video too often on a mobile phone. So invest in a microphone over video recording gear. Okay, so a little diversion there. Apologies. Okay, back to explainer videos. So what I would do is choose budget, set your budget. So we might not want to pay any more than, let's say, $15 or $10 or $5, whatever your budget might be. Click apply. And now it's going to change how this is structured. So we have all these for $10 or under. However, what we don't want to do is choose someone that's going to take a month to do it. So we want to go with delivery time. Choose that. Now you can get express, so up to 3 days, up to 7 days. I would say between a week and 3 days is probably a reasonable amount of time for someone to deliver something of quality. So click apply. It's going to change the data there. And now we have a really good starting point. However, what we can do next is choose seller details. So notice that the top rated sellers are fewer than the new sellers. So top rated sellers there's only 4 there. Level 2, 300, level 1, 400, new seller, 1,000. So what this means is top rated sellers have been around the longest, usually, and they are seen as the best. Level 1, and then level 2, and then new sellers, 0 level. Now, in my experience, I have found that new sellers can be a little bit hit and miss. So while they don't have any real level of longevity on the platform, they can often over deliver because they're desperate for that good review. Now, when it comes to reviews on Fiverr, you have to be aware that some sellers, I'm actually going to click away from that guy because I don't know if he's engaging in this. So some sellers on Fiverr are buying reviews, especially new ones. So what you want to do is, if someone is new, make sure that they have a lot of reviews. So click on, so that guy has got 42, but he's a new seller, or 32, sorry. So if you go down, that could be a good one to go with. I'm not associated or affiliated with any of these guys, but I'm just encouraging you to be careful no matter who you're dealing with on Fiverr or anywhere else. Now, there is something that you have to be absolutely aware of when it comes to creating any type of content on the internet. If you're having someone else make the content for you, it's all about building up a good relationship. So, of course, if you're happy with the work, leave a good review and then give them repeat work. Build that relationship. And you should notice, because you're giving them more work, the quality of work, their attention to detail for you should increase over time, because they know that they can depend on you to provide work because they're doing a good job. So it's mutually beneficial, and that's what you want to get here. So when I use Fiverr, which isn't very often to be fair, but when I do use Fiverr, I always use it with the intention of building a relationship with these people who run gigs. And you really want to bring them into your team, make them as part of your team over time, you know. But the big thing you need to really take home with this is you have to be consistent. There's no point putting up a video just once and then expecting amazing results. It doesn't work like that. The internet does not work like that. It works on consistency. And when you are consistent, you can achieve amazing results. Like Charles, he's made $50,000 in his first 180 days online with affiliate marketing. And if you want to know the secret and you really are serious about making money online, I will give you the blueprint for free. You can see how Charles did it when you go to profitcopilot.com/180. I'll put a link to that in the description. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me. And I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.